Good morning and welcome to the Early Bird Gets the Word Daily Devotion as we are still in the series Beyond Circumstance. Now, I want to reemphasize the main point of this entire series, Beyond Circumstance, and it's the idea that, friends, we can live beyond our circumstances. You see, our circumstances are all the events and things that happen to us in life. There's some good, there's some bad, and there's some that just are. But we can live beyond that circumstance. We don't have to be centered in our circumstance, because if we're centered in our circumstance and we're centered in all the things that happen to us, then we'll be like a wave tossed in the sea. We'll be up and down and all around. But if we are centered in Christ Jesus, then we can live beyond our circumstance and have joy in Jesus Christ because we have our hope in Jesus. So that's the idea of beyond circumstance. And we've been in Philippians 4:8, and we've been really talking lately about our thinking. Philippians 4:8 starts out, and Paul writes to the Philippians, he says, "Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest." Now that word honest also could mean honoring. So what things are honoring or God honoring? So are your thoughts honest and God honoring? You know, between the years 2016 and 2020, me and my family, we traveled quite a bit throughout that time period. And we flew on a lot of planes, and therefore we went through a lot of airport security, something I still don't enjoy to this day. Well, if you go through airport security, many times we would have backpacks, and I would have one. My wife and my kids would each have a backpack for things that we were going to take on and carry on the plane. Well, if you have a backpack, your backpack going through security has to go on a treadmill, and then it goes through a scanner, a belt and through a scanner. And that scanner does an x-ray of the contents and sees what's inside that bag. So we would do that, and one day we were going through a foreign country, and Chloe, my daughter, had put her backpack on and it was going through the scanner. Well, by the time I got through security, I saw my daughter and she was in tears. And I looked at my wife. I said, "What is wrong with Chloe?" And she said, "They are searching her backpack." Evidently, she had left some candy or a drink in that bag, and it flagged the security to search her bag. Well, she was crying because inside her bag was her favorite stuffed animal, a pink dog named Pinky Logan. Pinky Logan had been a part of our family for many years, and she was very upset because she thought that they were going to take her Pinky Logan away from her. Well, rest assured, friends, I can tell you that Pinky Logan is still with our family today. I explained to her, I said, "Honey, they're only going to take out the things that are bad that you cannot take on the airplane, and they will give you all the other things for you to keep because they're your belongings." Well, friends, I tell you that story because, you know, with our thoughts, if we think on what other things are honest or God honoring, God is omniscient. That means God is all-knowing. Not only does He know our thoughts, He knows the very intent of our heart. What we intend to do, what we mean to do, God knows that. So in and of ourselves, there's many things that sometimes we think and they're not honest and they're not honoring to God. So I ask you, be like that. Run that scanner, that holy scanner in your mind. Are the thoughts that you are thinking, are they honoring and glorifying to God? Are they honest? And ask yourself that. Because if they are not, just like those things that are bad and cannot go on an airplane, those things should not go into your heart and they should not be seeped into there. So you extract them. You say, "God, remove this thought from my mind because it is not honoring to you." And you say, "Why do we need to do that?" Because here's the thing, and you can read about this in James, friends, because when we start to think something, thoughts that's not honoring to God, if we let it stay, then it will seep down into our heart. It will go from our head to our heart, and if it gets into our heart, then we will act on it. You see, a thought can turn into action if we don't abort it from our mind and remove it. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please remember to share this with others on social media. It's you that multiplies the message when you share this with others. And come back and be with us tomorrow for another Early Bird Gets the Word Daily Devotion. God bless. We'll see you then.